Díodíobh agus fáilte arás go Gaeilge i mo chroí, agus má tá tú nua anseo, díodid agus fáilte. Tá deas Scéala agam inniu. I have exciting news today. Agus tá seans gur thula sibh an scéal Ceannaigh ach báhaitlim fí an omláin a dhéanamh faúda. Scríobh mé leabhar, Gaeilge i mo chroí, Irish in my heart, your guide to loving and living the Irish language. Tá sé dáchreidse go fáil, ach tá mé ar bís. Bé an leabhar ar fáil ar an chúgú láid a bhí bhean fór. Iglimh é a réamh ordú inis a chuirfí mé na nascanna sa bhaio, le níos mó álas faoi shipping go hidirnáisiúnta agus rudí mar sin. Dúirt codmhór daoine lum gur ordaí siad an leabhar Ceannaigh mar sin gur míle maigah tá mé cho buíoch nuair a bhí daoine agrá cheannaigh mé é ar tá sé ordaithe agam bhí sé dáchreidse. Tá sé dálaí chuir síos ar an leabhar mar tá ahan rud sa leabhar. Tá mo chroí sa leabhar, tá sé fíor. Tá Gaeilge mo chroí agus tá mo chroí sa Gaeilge agus tá mo chroí sa leabhar agus tá Gaeilge sa leabhar. Tá ahan rud fitte fuaite. Ar dús, this is not a book about how to learn Irish. This is a book about why to learn Irish. Ní leabhar gramadí é, ní text leabhar é. An príomh rud atá mé ag géirí a dhéanamh sa leabhar seo ná thar ar an Gaeilge a athrú. Tá go leabhar dúchlann i gceist le bheith ag fólam na Gaeilge. Dólam codmhór a gin Gaeilge ar scoil agus níor háitin sílinn agus tá drochhuimhní a gin mar gheallar sin. Tá naia ar an ribh ar mátún. An teanga aonta difriúil ón bhéarla. Ní hiigeimiid na canúin si éagsúla. Bíonn daoine droch bhéasachlan nuair bhíimiid ag géirí an teanga a ólam ná a úsáid. Mar sin tá go leabhar dúchlann i gceist. Agus ba bhaith lomsa codú libh ar bhur dorais leis an Gaeilge. Thiglann gaia ag ar mátún. Thiglann an taisrúchan díreach a úsáid chun an teanga a hiagháil níos fearr. Thiglann na canúin si a thuiscint. Chuideoidh mé libh mar tugam go leabhar leideanna úsáideacha. Ba bhaithlim cé chomh is atá an teanga a thaispáint díobh. Nuair a scríomid litir ná riomhphost hiag duine eile, tásaíimiid le ainm a chara, mar hampla Molly a chara. Tá náhanna galanta sa Gaeilge, mar hampla ná cur do ladder sa scéal. Don't put your ladle in the story. Butt out. Get your nose out. Ní chaithimid bríthre agus réo acail a ólam ó flashcard old war atá cinna ladranach. Why are emotions on me, possessions at me, welcome before me? It might be simpler to say that we enjoy something in English, but in Irish we take enjoyment out of it. When we think about the language on a deeper level, it really makes us think about how we interact with the world around us and how the world interacts with us. And that is much more interesting than looking at a giant flashcard and trying to memorize the information. The language can help us change our perspective on ourselves and the world. Tá sé sin cho specialta agus galanta. We can use the language to talk about more than just what we did at the weekend or going to the shop or our hobbies and how often we do them. We can talk about miortlanse, mental health, which I was so happy to be able to include a chapter about in the book. Agus ní chaithimid a bheith líofa. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. We can include as much Gaelic as we want in our lives, but I'm sure that most of us could use more and want more. We can embrace our daithangachas, bilingualism, our bilingual identity. A lot of us can feel very disconnected on Teanga, and we feel like we have no Irish or we don't know where to start. We just feel caillte. Ach, tá Gaeilge agin. Agus thiglann níos mó a bheith agin in our Scéalta má osclaimid ar gríthe. Ní rá an dara ráha ag ar sinseir. Ach, tá ráha aginne. Is linne í an Gaeilge. Irish is ours. So let's own it. Scríobh mé an leabhar in Méarla agus Gaeilge. Sometimes I write a word in Irish or a phrase and it's in bold and it will be included in the glúis, the glossary at the end of the chapter. Or often there's a phrase or word and the English follows after. Every chapter is titled with a beautiful seanachal that relates to the chapter and there's also the direct translation to it, which I love. It's one thing I love about this book. You might know that I have a series on If Irish Was English, where I directly translate Irish to English, and I have a chapter about that in the book, and I try to do that throughout the book because I think it's a very useful tool if we understand Irish word by word. Seo sampla ó nDoire. Capital le ceathair, bíonn gath tús lag. Translation: every start is week. Direct translation: bees every start week. Whether we're exploring in Ceannaigh den nDoire or dipping our toes in again, there's so much to discover. This can be exciting, but it can also be overwhelming. It can be hard to know the best place to start. An áit is fearr le tosu. Is there such thing? An Fógra? Not really. We can start anywhere, but it's important to remember bíonn gath tús lag, agus tá sé sin ceart go leor. Beginnings are always filled with uncertainty and discomfort. That's how it is. But there is comfort to be found right in front of our noses, and that's with Béarla na hÉireann, the English of Ireland, known as a Hiberno-English. Cén sort comhairle é seo? What sort of advice is this? Start your Irish journey with English? Let me explain. Hiberno-English, the English we speak in Ireland, came about mar gheall ar an Gaeilge, because of Irish. Bíonn gath tús lag, but we can make it níos láidre, stronger, by starting with what we already know, Béarla na hÉireann, which bears many of the hallmarks of our native language, including sentence structures and concepts. Tásúla gom gur háitin an sampla seo le ba mhaithlim mo bhuíochas a ghabhfuil libhse, mar ní bheadh an de seo agam murach sibhse, tá mé chomh buíoch. Sibhse ag fólam na Gaeilge, ag arc ar mo chud físeán, ag iarraidh feabhas a chur ar bhar gud Gaeilge, sibhse a bhfuil Gaeilge in bhar gríthe. Gur an míle maith as an taceart, ach gur míle maith as an Gaeilge a ólam, sin an rud is táhairtaí. Sprágann sibh mé i gcónaí sna tartaí nuair a intíonn sibh war scéalta dú agus na rudí is maithlimh faoin Ceannaigh, agus feicim go mbíonn sibh ag strachailt táisligam sin, agus tá sé sin ar cheann de na chúiseannaí a scríobh mé an leabhar seo, mar tá mé ag iarraidh taca libh ar bhar dorais, agus ba mhaithlim go mbeadh Gaeilge in bhar síalta, tá isligam go bhfuil Gaeilge in bhar gríthe, ach ba mhaithlim níos mó Gaeilge a chur in bhar síalta. Sin é a chairde gur míle maith ná déannig í dearmid go bhfuil na nascanna sa chur síos mátá sibh ag iarraidh an leabhar a Ceannaigh ar líne, agus beidh sé ar fáil ar an chúige lá de bhí ban fór. Slán go fóill.